Hi friends, hoping well. I'm Dr.Milind. So NEETPG 2024 results were shocking for many, and it brought a lot of disappointment for a lot of students. There's definitely a lot of heartbreaks, and what we are seeing and hearing a lot on the social media about the ranks mismatch, that the students are comparing their recalls and the rank that they have got, and definitely there is a lot of confusion and doubts there are in the mind of the students. Now, I had no idea initially to make this video, but the kind of messages I'm continuously receiving from the students in the comments, and definitely there is a lot of chaos. And I just want to show you some things that might help you to understand. Because if your mind is not at peace, it's very difficult to focus on the next target. So this is just my way of analyzing the things and just to convey you what exactly might have happened. So this video, some of you might like it, some of you might not agree, but I just want to show you a few things. Now, before I start my video, I want to tell you my opinion about two or multiple shift exam. From my side, it's absolutely no. This should not happen at all. No matter what kind of normalization you use, and no matter how much promises you make, कि हम सब कुछ fair कर देंगे and we'll do a proper comparison. See, we are humans and not machines. Humans can, we can react to different environments, different stimulus in a different ways. You cannot decide that this question is difficult, this question is easy. Some, and there are 19 subjects. How can you normalize 19 subjects for so many people? Things that you feel that are easy, or you feel that a lot of people have done it right, that does not mean you can divide students based on that. And I think this is a very bad idea. If you don't know, it actually was tried once in 2016, around 2016-17, and even it was worse than this because that time they had conducted exam over the 5 days, total in around 10 shifts and two shifts each day. Only that time you had luxury that you could have chosen your shift of choice. This time I think they have randomly allotted the shift. That time also there was a lot of chaos, and again they had used similar normalization kind of pattern. But I strongly advocate one nation one exam for NEET PG entrance, and this two shift or multiple shift exam are absolutely bullshit idea, and this should be discarded. And what I feel is that everyone should have fair chance to compete. This is my take on this kind of exams. Now I just want to come to the main topic of this video, that why ranks are so bad for many. क्यों बहुत सारे लोगों को लगता है कि हमारा रैंक काफी affected हुआ है. So one of the reason I would like to say is the sheer number of competitors. So if you look at the competitors who are competing for NEET PG exam over the last 2 years, if you look at like 2014, like 10 years back, there were 72,000 students who wrote NEET PG exam. And if you look at today, we are sitting in 2024, like 10 years later, almost three times. We have, if you see the data, this year's NEET PG was actually written by 2,85,000 students. So that number of students, the number of students that are competing for this exam has largely increased. Now, what has happened is there is a lot of clustering of the rank. There are huge number of students who are sitting at the same percentile. Now, if you look at this result, so actually these are not anyone's result, these are my own result of my AIMS exam. So when I wrote my exam, I was ranked 125 in AIMS entrance exam. And if you can see that I had percentile of 99.529. And this result actually you can find on the official website of AIMS as well. So you can see that I was not the only one sitting on that percentile, but there were another, three more students having the same percentile. So I was lucky. Maybe I was older out among them, or there are different tiebreakers criteria that your MBBS percentage and all. So I had some higher than the other threes. That is the reason I got 125. Now see, this will definitely matter because when the mock round of counseling happened that year, like 126 rank was also one of my friend, and actually pediatrics got over by 125. So he missed pediatrics by one rank in that first round of counseling. And because then it becomes important. That is why every rank becomes important. And now we can see that the clustering has affected a lot of students, and especially the students. If you see the same result of the AIMS exam that I wrote, if you go further down the list, like if you see the ranks who are between around 700, you see on the same percentile, that is 90.862, you will see around 30 students sitting there. So imagine for AIMS exam like AIMS, which is written like, and I'm talking like 4 or 5 years back. So you can see this rank list and you can understand that even within 1,000 there are 30 students sitting at the same rank. Then imagine that when you look when you're looking at ranks like 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, imagine the number of students sitting on the same percentile. Definitely that will be huge, and that actually has pushed the rank even further down. And what actually have worsened the situation is the two shift exam. It has again, and I will be wrong if I say that this two shift exam has not affected the mid rankers. Now there are other also compounding factors which are also affected the things. First is say recalls are not trustworthy. No matter what students say, a lot of students say कि I have written this answer, मैंने ये लिखा है, मैंने वो लिखा है. Sometimes the recall score are not something that you can 100% trust. Now one of the difference that I see from the times that I have written the exam, the students are now well aware and much better prepared than what we were. You know, the students are now starting to prepare from immediately, like they enter the MBBS after the first prof is done, first semester is done, they're starting to prepare, they're joining the foundation batch, and I think maximum of the students are now, or they already have the class notes. Even the foreign medical graduates who were not aware of this exam initially, they used to first come India and then think about FMG exam and then prepare for NEETPG. But now they are also well prepared and they are also starting the preparation well before they enter in India. So I think that is also one of the thing that is affecting the ranks, because now students are better prepared, so they are getting the better results, and because of that you see a lot of clustering on the higher and the mid ranks. Also, the postponement of exam had a mixed impact. Positive for some, it has helped some students to add one more revision, and definitely it broke the tempo for some. So it was definitely had a mixed impact on a lot of students. Also, what we should remember that it's not the cutoff. No matter what is your score. For example, out of 200, if you have scored 160 correct questions, that will not guarantee you a rank or seat, because you are not the only one who has scored good this in exam. There are a lot of students, hundreds and hundreds of students who have scored more than 160. So the list that we used to prepare earlier, the logic that we used to prepare earlier, that if you are rank 150, 160, if you are getting 150, 160 correct, then you will be above this rank. That has now gone. It only depends on how you are performing against your competitors, and now your competitors are now performing better. Now the bar is set higher. Earlier it was very difficult to get more than 160. Even the topper rank one would have somewhere 170. Now the toppers are conveniently and easily scoring 175, 180 marks, and that has actually changed the paradigm of this exam. Now lastly, I there are a lot of things that shouldn't feel, the as a aspirant, my I can understand the heartbreak that you're facing, and you feel like, is my dream crushed now because of this all mess that exam is creating? Am I worthy enough? A lot of students who are in the mid rank, got rank of 20,000, 30,000. Now they have this crisis that I have written one of the best exam of my life, and I was happy with the way I wrote my exam, but when I see my rank, I'm totally shattered. So why this happened? Will I ever succeed in this exam, in this, in the rate of in the race of this NEETPG? So I want to just tell you, one exam cannot decide your fate, and cannot label you as a bad student, or cannot say that you did not give the best of it. I would just give you one small example. You are aware of the NEET results. You know how many students scored out of the marks, like out of marks, like 720 out of 720, 67 students. Imagine there was a guy who came home after writing exam. He checked the recall and he calculated his score. He realized, okay, I am getting out 720 out of 720. Now I'm going to study in AIMS New Delhi. This is my dream, and I'll be rank one. Imagine the rank list comes out and he's rank 67. He, AIMS has around 40 seats for, I think 40, 50 seats for UR candidates for native. He will not be able to go to his college. And he was thinking, getting a rank one. And he was thinking about getting at least in a rank 10, but in top 10 ranks. But now imagine he's at rank 60. Six times than the rank that he expected. You look at the number of times the rank has gone bad. So similarly, there were students who was expecting rank of 500 and they are suddenly at 3000. Some were expecting at 3000 and now they are at 18,000. Because see, imagine even the rank one has his rank shifted almost six times than what they had imagined. And this is because only because of, and one of the predominant reason is the sheer competition that we're seeing. So I just want to tell few points for you. See, don't blame, no, don't feel like you're a bad student, or you know the things are going bad. See, it's a brutal rat race that we can't deny. I also tried for 2.5 years, and after that I got into the PG. Winners take it all and then they become the philosopher. Even whatever I'm telling you, in a lot of friends say, sir, you have crossed the line, so it's easy for you. I remember when I was struggling, nobody was listening to me, then I got a rank, and then suddenly people believe whatever we say that is correct. But I'm saying that whatever you are doing is exactly what is needed for the exam. It's just a matter of time. And I understand sometimes, you run out of time, and sometimes you feel that how long I'm going to try. But trust me, there is uncertainty, but we would only know if we will keep trying. Otherwise, if we stop trying, then we will never know. Also, because of this so much of competition we have around, the penalty for small mistakes is high. Even if you do one two silly mistakes, the rank is taking a lot, taking a big hit. So I'll say, just the NICT is just around the corner. I can understand the kind of this all thoughts that are in your mind, but it has really stirred and really created a storm in the mind of PG aspirant. So just keep going. Don't let your spirit die. And I feel that NICT is a great chance, and it will definitely give you a chance to redeem. So prepare well, and I wish you all the best. And I hope this video will help you to clear some mind. I wish you all the best, and take care.